Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we have a residential application. So in this application, first of all, let me just state that I am not a very good hip rafter designer. So forgive me for this design I have up here. I know the rooftop is a little bit different in my configuration from what the architect made. I'm just not good at it. So I think there's actually a attic space in here or something of that nature, and the roof is higher than the ceiling from what my understanding is. But again, we'll leave it at that. So I'm going to take off the roof here and just kind of look at the floor plan overall and what my design might be for this, a recommendation for this design here. First of all, let me just go through some of the dimensions that I've placed here. Now these dimensions, because of my poor design, aren't accurate to the inch. It's plus or minus probably 6 inches here. In any case, I have center of each one of these 10 by 10 posts here at 17.4 and 3/8. And then on this side here, I have 14.2 center to center. And my overall height of the bottom of this beam here is 13.9, and then yeah, the bottom of this I guess they call them ledge is 8.6. I know theirs is a little bit different, but that's something that we'll have to just look at as far as the placement of the heaters. So I'm going to close that. And I'm going to go with the first idea that the customer had, and that's to place a unit over here and a unit over here. Now I've placed a 6,000 watt unit on both of these areas. You could go with a 4,000 watt if you were to choose to do this. I have these at 20-degree tilts. I'm 6 inches away from this beam, and I actually lifted from the bottom edge of the heater, the bottom edge of this beam to the bottom edge of the heater. I lifted this heater up 4 inches. The reason I did that is because of the fact that with the bottom clearance, I needed to meet this 18-inch throw out here. So this is the clearance for the heater at the bottom of the heater, or the underside. And you can also see that we're missing the fan, which is good. And I'm kind of suspending this heater. You might have to make your own bracket and or just get an extended bracket in order to meet this particular clearance over here, or you're going to have to move the heater along these beams in order to get the heater to meet the clearance over here. You'd have to come out from this edge 18 inches to this edge of the heater, and then you might be concerned a little bit about this clearance to the edge of the fan. But in any case, this is what I have for this. And you can see I'm going to take the clearance off here. I'm going to put the array on. Now again, the footprint of the heaters here would be almost identical, except that it's not going to travel as far as the 6,000 watt would as far as a comfort level traveling. But you get this decent coverage here. We are missing this outer chair here. And quite frankly, if you're the one sitting right over here, you probably wouldn't feel comfortable with those two heaters, either 6,000 or 4,000. Also, if you were sitting right here, you'd probably feel a little warm than any other space here. So with the 6,000 at least, and with the 4,000, this would probably be the most ideal spot in the application. And the other ones, this would feel okay, and this would feel okay as well. So, but this would be the warmest here because of the overlapping. So that's one option. And let me just turn that off and go with a alternative option. Now what I've done here is I've gone from this edge of the heater to here. I think it's approximately 18 inches out. This is I think it's a 15-degree tilt. The 15-degree tilt allows me to get the clearance below the heater, so I'm not hitting these beams out here. And You can see with the clearance above, I'm okay with that because I'm mounting it kind of haphazardly. We'd have to put a block or something of that nature behind where these mounting brackets go. But you can see here that we're meeting all our clearances here, here, and of course the top, and then of course the fan as well. And that's with 2 units. They're centered in this section of the patio, and then of course I think it's the 18 inches. Let me just double check that measurement here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off the clearances. So I'm going to use this point right here, and this is mark it up to here, and we got we got 2 feet 8 inches from this edge right here. Actually, we need to go here, so let's do that one more time. And so there we have, from this edge here, we have 2 foot 10 and 3/16. Now again, my dimensions are not 100% true, but this will give you an idea of kind of where you want to be as far as the distance and or clearances. So the most important part here is really this angle. You could move it down a little bit further. However, I'd like to get the coverage over here more than on the outside edges. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. You can see here, these again are 6,000 watt units. I have them higher, so the spread is more uniform, and also we're not penetrating too hot right here in this spot here. And then of course here we got some overlapping, which is nice to have at least about 1 foot to maybe almost 2 feet of overlapping. I have plenty more than 2 feet of overlapping here, but this will make it a nice comfortable application. Now if you did move this heater down a little bit further, let me just show you how that might look a little bit. I'm going to just go down maybe let's go maybe 12 inches here, and it's the same angle, same tilt, everything like that. Now we got to see if we meet the clearances here, and we still do, so that's not an issue. But you can see now that I'm throwing the heat further out to this edge. This is a sliding door, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm going to move this one down as well. Additional 12 inches. Now that's 12 inches down the beam, not 12 inches in. Just bear that in mind. So there you have a lot better of an overlapping there, and we're still meeting the clearances, so that's good. In any case, that would be my recommendation. All the seating positions here are covered. We're not penetrating the TV, nor are we penetrating the fan there. And by the way, I think I have 36 inches down on this fan here, so that might be important. And we'll kind of just leave it at that. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, I'm Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Just send us your request to support@patioheat.com. And we thank you very much. You have a great day.